I'm beautiful. I'm intelligent. I'm fearless. I'm an achiever. I'm resilient.
Hello, Amazons. You're welcome to Female and More, the #1 female-centric show on the continent of Africa. Female and More is an offshoot of the Female and More community, a community of African females where we boost our self-esteem, discover our potentials in order to be our best selves. I'm Divine Dominion, your host, and Female and More is brought to you by Youngsters Foundation with support from Ford Foundation. Today on the show, as always, I'll bring you lots of fun and edutainment. Some weeks ago on the show, we talked about the role of African females in championing social change across African communities. And today, I'm going to let you see what Female and More is doing concerning seeing social change in communities. So we have a social impact challenge going on currently across African communities where we have participants of Female and More, people who went through the Female and More self-esteem module, championing change, doing activities in their communities, in their home communities, to talk about issues about women and cause change where necessary. I'm going to let you see that, and to do that, I will not be doing that alone. Yeah, I have one of the project leads for Female and More who will be doing that with me, and of course, one of the women who have gone into the field, into one of these communities in Africa to actually do a project. So I would say sit back and enjoy the show. But before then, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, comment, and share with all the ladies you have in your network so that they can see and enjoy with you. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Female and More. So like I rightly said earlier, I have two amazing ladies who I'll be doing this conversation today with. I have a wonderful one on my right and another one on my left. Yeah, so I'll allow them to tell us who they are. So let's start with the lady by my left.
My name is Chimelcheya Amazu.
Chime, you're welcome. This is not the first time we are having you on the show, so you are not the
like
bride.
Welcome again.
Exactly, so it's like a welcome back. And let's meet you.
My name is Dorothy Onoja.
Welcome. Good to have you both on the show today. So basically, the reason why both of you are on the show today is on my left I have one of the persons who is making Female and More happen, and on the right I have one of the persons who Female and More has made go out there to do a lot of things, a lot of wonderful things. So on the left, we will hear what Female and More is up to right now, and from the right, we will hear what Female and More is causing to happen in different communities. So, Chime, I think you should tell us about what the Social Impact Challenge is about.
Okay, so like as we all know, at least most of our participants, if you're not the first timer.
Yeah, but if you're a first timer, you're hearing today.
Yeah, it's called that we just finished the 30-day self-esteem module in the month of April, around from 1st to 30th. Okay, so after the 30-day self-esteem module, you know, people, we feel like the Social Impact Challenge is more like you going out to the community to impact in your own community. You just read the stories of African women, amazing African women that are doing great things, you know, that the challenges they passed through, how they broke the barrier and still achieve greatness. So it's like you going to exhibit your own leadership skill starting from your own community, as we all know. Charity begins at home. So it's you doing your charity from your home, impacting lives.
How is Female and More supporting and helping to see that, because it's our participants that are going out there to do these things. So what is Female and More? How is Female and More creating the entire thing?
Basically, we promise to provide technical support to participants who are implementing projects, because it's not everybody that can implement the project. You have to make sure you're able to read at least 25 stories.
Out of the 30 stories?
Out of the 30 stories, that's like 70%. Yeah. Attempt 70% of the April edition before you will be qualified to to carry out a project, the social impact project. The social impact challenge is more about the impact you're making in your community. Yeah. It's not just about, we know that money is essential in this, but then since how many people can we give money? How many people can we not?
I totally get it.
Across
Africa are doing this.
Are carrying out projects in their community. So how many people are you going to give? How many? So we just want them to be, we want these people to. We read stories of the challenge, these women that are challenging. So finance is like a challenge. So we'll encourage you to now show that skill.
Go beyond,
like break the barrier.
Yeah, and still do something.
And do something. Despite that, let finance be a barrier in this one. Now you can improvise. So that's where we also encourage our participants to do projects that doesn't consume too much finance. Something they can, project they can do. It could be go to a school and sensitize in your community. It can be talking about, like we see in some of the reports we're getting. People don't get to spend much, but then most importantly, impacts are
and the value created.
In their community. So that's
now that you've mentioned reports, I remember now that there's a reward system at the end of the entire social impact. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
We've said yes, and that was the exciting part for me, and I know that's an exciting part too for you going out to do the project. You know that there is a reward system at the end if at the end of the day that your project gets selected by the body that's judging the project.
It's a motivation, and I believe it's one of the things also motivating our participants out there.
True.
So it's a motivation. The reward is we have a $5,000 US dollars for the 5 best projects. So that's basically it. And I want to use this time to also remind our project participants out there that the last day for submitting project reports is this month, 30th of June.
30th of June?
Yes.
So on 30, that's the last day of the month.
That's the last day. So please kindly go and, go to the Female and More platform and submit your project reports. You don't want to miss this chance.
Yeah.
You're talking about $1,000 US.
You have implemented your social impact project in a community. So tell us, what project did you implement, what community, and how did it go?
Thank you very much. I'm being honored for inviting me here today.
I think we are more honored for having you here.
I was waiting for her to finish so that I can return.
I know you cannot invite everybody. You may have heard about my project. And before I go, reward is very good and motivates one to do something.
Yes.
But in my case, I was not focused running after the reward.
Wow.
I was running after the plight of the community.
Come on, the impact, which is the center
exactly,
of what
that's
we want to get.
The passion for my community. What I imparted on the community was like creating a skill acquisition. I did 2 things together: seminar and skill acquisition.
That's for the women in the community.
For the women,
which community
youth.
is this? Which community is it?
Masaka community.
Where?
In Nasarawa
In Nasarawa State, Nigeria.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. My project topic was action against gender-based violence.
Wow, that's good.
Okay.
So I talked to them about a feminist movement, how women were deprived of entering leadership positions, especially in African countries. They practice catering.
Wow. Okay.
Learning how to bake different types of cakes.
So, like, how many women did we have in attendance? Sorry to question.
About 500 women. The woman taught them very well, teach them how, and nobody. The surprising thing was that none of the women or girls stood up to go until 7 o'clock.
Which means it's quite interesting.
It's quite very interesting.
And there were departments. Not only that, because some people cannot measure this catering aspect. So they now go, they share the classes were there. They now go to this guillotine.
So how do you feel?
In other words, you like empower these women to have something
doing.
In that way, we are also indirectly combating gender-based
violence, which is sometimes because of the lack of funds.
Exactly.
Lack of funds
so when you
in the
have something
home,
doing, you
when somebody has something doing, you can contribute to the home.
Yeah. How did it feel doing this for your community? Did you have any challenges? Did you, like, how does it feel on a general to know?
Well, the financial aspect was so taxing. The financial, because I have to cook. This training, I went myself, this catering training and all those things.
Yeah, you did it yourself.
I did it myself, and it was a week, but it's a day.
It's good to know that you were able to pull it off, not minding the challenge of going from
I was so happy.
It's the passion that makes you.
Yes.
And the fact that she's happy
I was so
doing
happy
it.
Doing it.
Perfect. This
If
is
you
good.
see the prayer, if the community said they have never seen anything like that.
This is cool.
And how do I do it? Your motivation too from your, I was a participant.
Wow.
Your motivation too helped me. You understand? Actually, before your project management training, I have a certificate in project management training. Yes.
I think you mentioned it during the training.
Yes. But yours was clearer, simpler. You know, that's why we both were teaching this and that and that. But this thing clearly and all those things. I am happy that I attained that motivational something esteem
project.
Yes. And the thing is that many women, if you see when you want to impact on people, when you want to do anything, get closer. I involved myself. I sat with them, and there was a form. You have to get their names down, get their numbers, get their this thing, hear their challenges. They'll write it. You understand? So that you follow up. Who have learned it well, who is now in the trade.
Come on.
Because in future, if there is a way we can make them to have money for the business, we can still
do that
go
for
on.
them.
Okay, that means it doesn't just end in the workshop.
In the one-day workshop that they take.
We are going to do follow-up, monitoring, evaluation, and financing.
This is good. So I wish we could go on and continue talking, you know. But so that we don't get out of the scope of time and that of our audience, I just have to. I'm forcing myself now, but we just have to call it a wrap here. I would say thank you so much to the both of you for coming on the show today too. It's good to know that we're making impact. We're not just preaching impact, we're making impact. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Wow, that was an impressive discussion we had right there. I mean, what is greater and better than knowing that as a young female, I can be a change maker in my community? See the kind of change that is going to go on in Massacre community because one female who went to Female and More decided to do something and act on what she learned. It doesn't end there. I'm going to allow you to see what other ladies, other African females are doing across in their own communities with the social impact challenge that is going on Female and More. Let's see this. Wow, those clips were just an amazing way to tell in a short while what great impact these women are making across different African communities. Tell me, what other motivation do you need to go out there and make a change in your own community, even if it is this small? No matter how small change is, it's still change and it makes it different for the person you do it for. I hope this week will be a week of change and making impact for you. So I like to leave you here. I hate to do that, but I have to. But until I come your way again next week, do not forget to like our YouTube channel, subscribe, comment, and share across your network so that other women can get to see and watch what you're watching. Till I come your way again, do not forget you are Female and More.